To being naked is Venus Castleberg, if you didn't know that already. How are you today? Wow. Well, let's do what I love to always do for these broadcasts. Can we take our deepest barriers down, even the ones we don't know about? Destroy and uncreate them. Pock and pod them. Great news, you created them, so you can pick them back up again right after if you want to. But maybe even just for the next 10 seconds, maybe 10 minutes, maybe even longer. Deepest barriers down. I was really pondering this today. I'm pondering this the last few days. Actually, I've been pondering this for probably years. And just even looking at my life, like what has things work out in my life? What has had things maybe not work out so well in my life? And I remember I had a mentor once who called me tenacious. And at the time I was like, oh, tenacious, like that's such a not a compliment. Well, I really started to sit with it, and I shared it with a couple people, and they were like, actually, that's a huge compliment. You're tenacious, meaning you never give up. And I was like, wow, I guess that's actually true. If I really want something, I never give up. I also know that if I really desire to change something, I don't give up either. And sometimes to change things takes some time, right? They don't happen on a dime. So let's use, maybe you're an author or a wannabe author, and you wrote a book and it hasn't been published yet, right? The only people in life that ever fail are the people that give up before the finish line. So would you be willing to keep going? If you think about grief, like I lost my dad. I've lost a couple of different dads in my lifetime, but when I was 18, I lost my adopted father. So, and it took me 10 years to get over that grief. And then like that, it was gone in an instant. It was gone in a blink. I had a little bit of hypnotherapy done, and it changed it. I think it was actually EFT, because the grief was kind of stuck in my body, and she did a little bit of tapping on my knee, right? So, and this isn't about that. This is just but sometimes the grief that we go through does take time to get to the other side. And I just wanted to come on here and kind of encourage you, as somebody who's been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of ins and outs, some successes, a lot of giving up. There were times that I was working on something and I would just give up. I'd just be like, it's not working the way that I want it to, or fast enough. So I would just give up. Well, you think of the metaphor, if you're drowning, if you're drowning, how do you keep yourself from drowning? Keep swimming. You don't stop. You don't give up. You don't be like, I'm going to stop, right? And if you're somebody who doesn't know how to swim, that's probably not a great metaphor. But like most people who know how to swim are going, okay, keep swimming in your life, no matter what's going on right now. It may not be exactly the way that you want it. And I just want to encourage you to just keep going. It will get better. It does get better on the other side. It just takes that tenacity, that knowing that things are going to get better, and maybe even changing that point of view. So, our point of view creates a reality. So if you continually believe that bad things happen to you or bad things are happening, then you'll have more of that show up in your life. But if you believe that you'll actually get to the other side and that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I've been in a lot of tunnels, guys. I totally get it. When you're in it, you're like, I cannot see the light at the end. I don't see possibility. But I encourage you to look back at the times that things were bad, and maybe they are right now, but look at another time that maybe was, and look at how far you've come and where you are now, and acknowledge that, because you have overcome a ton, and it proves that you can. I loved the broadcast we did last week with Becky Vannes, because she was talking about being a weightlift, a bodybuilding champion. And her thing that she believed the most was that if she could do that, she could get through anything. So what's the thing that you believe? Like, if you could get through it, you can get through anything. I've had multiple heartbreaks in my life that I thought I would never get through. And then to see where I am now, like, it's like we always get through it. It always gets better, but we have to keep going. And don't give up right before the finish line. Don't give up 3 feet from gold. You're so close. And yeah, I guess today, just as somebody who's been there, and I'm still, learning and growing and changing things, and working through some of my own stuff. And it's just an encouragement to us all to just keep going. You got this. And thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being on the planet. Like, I am so grateful for the gift that you be, and that you're here, and that you watch this and you listen. I'm just so grateful. So have a magical day. Talk to you next time.